Today, we're going to crack open a blueprint for modern life that's, well, it's over 2,000 years old. We're talking about the wisdom of Chanakya, an ancient strategist whose ideas are, believe it or not, an incredible roadmap for navigating all the chaos of today. So, let's dive in.
I mean, seriously, does your day ever just feel like you're putting out one fire after another? You're not alone. In this world of constant dings, notifications, and demands, it is so easy to feel like we're just bouncing from one thing to the next, without any real control. But what if there was a better way? And that is where this guy comes in, Chanakya. He wasn't just some philosopher sitting on a mountaintop. He was a teacher, an economist, a master strategist. And he understood that true power, real success, it all starts from within. He created this amazing framework for mastery, which we're going to explore as a pyramid, building it from the ground up.
Okay, so the base of our pyramid. This is the absolute foundation for everything else, and it's all about mastering your own mind. Chanakya basically argues that before you can even think about managing your career or your money or your relationships, you have got to learn to manage yourself first. Now, what I love about this is just how brutally honest it is. Chanakya is basically saying that if you just follow your impulses, chase whatever feels good in the moment, you're going nowhere. Real achievement isn't an accident. It's the result of discipline and really intention. So, how do we actually do that? Well, it starts with these three really simple but powerful steps. First, you set a clear agenda for your day. You've got to know what you need to accomplish. Second, you practice mindful focus. That means when you're working, you work. Get rid of the distractions. And third, at the end of the day, just take a moment to review your actions. It creates this feedback loop of constant improvement. And look, this isn't just theory. Chanakya literally created detailed timetables for rulers. And what's so cool is how that ancient structure applies directly to us. A king's reflection and planning in the morning, that's us setting our daily priorities. Their focused work, that's our mindful work blocks, turning off the phone and getting stuff done. And their balanced leisure in the evening is our crucial time to disconnect and recharge. It's a system for peak performance that's just as powerful today. All right, let's move up to the next level of our pyramid. Once that inner foundation is solid, you can start building the external structures of your life. We're talking career, finances, and leadership. So here's a really crucial point: the difference between a wish and a strategy. Chanakya taught that a goal without a plan is just a wish. A wish is passive, right? It relies on hope. But a strategy is proactive. It's got a clear, actionable plan. And that shift in mindset is everything when it comes to mastering your outer world. This applies directly to our money. Chanakya's financial advice is just beautifully simple. Earn with integrity, save with discipline, and invest with a bit of wisdom. And maybe most importantly, remember that wealth is just a tool. It's a means to an end, to provide stability and freedom. It's not the ultimate goal itself. And when it comes to leadership, and this goes for whether you're managing a huge team or just your family, this quote is everything. True leadership is service, plain and simple. Your success is directly tied to the well-being of the people you lead. It's all about building trust and creating value for others, not just bossing them around. Now we're going to add the next layer, and this is the one that really holds it all together. Mastering your relationships. Because let's face it, nobody achieves anything meaningful completely on their own. Our connections with other people are absolutely vital. Chanakya's insight here is just so profound. He saw that at our core, most of us are driven by a few key things. But here's the key. Understanding this isn't about manipulating people. It's about empathy. When you get what makes people tick, you can navigate social situations with way more wisdom and build stronger, more real connections. And of course, nowhere is this more important than at home. Nurturing harmony in your family takes conscious effort. It's about showing up and fulfilling your role with intention, communicating openly, and finding that tricky balance between supporting your loved ones and still pursuing your own growth. It really all comes down to mutual respect. So here we are. We've reached the very top of the pyramid, the apex. And this is where we move beyond just success and achievement and start asking the bigger question: what is it all for? This is about living a life of genuine meaning and fulfillment. The key concept right here is something called dharma. You can think of it as your higher purpose, or maybe your unique calling in life. It's like an ethical compass that guides your actions and gives them deeper meaning. Living in line with your dharma is what turns simple success into true fulfillment.
But of course, life is going to throw curveballs at you. Chanakya definitely knew that. The path is never perfectly smooth. But when you are anchored by a clear sense of purpose, those setbacks, they aren't failures anymore. They become lessons. Resilience is just the ability to learn and adapt without ever losing sight of your North Star.
And this brings us to one last really powerful idea. This quote. It just invites us to zoom out and see the bigger picture. All our daily struggles, our wins, our jobs, they're all just part of a much larger journey. It's a pretty profound reminder not to get lost in the little things and to stay connected to what actually matters. So, after all of this, the real question isn't how you're going to build this entire pyramid tomorrow. It's much simpler. It's this. What is the one brick, the one small, actionable thing you will do today? Will you set a clear agenda? Will you try to practice mindful focus for just 15 minutes? Or maybe just take a second to reflect tonight? That one brick, that's where mastery begins.